Hi teachers, today I'm going to show you how to create a digital checklist. You can use these checklists to track attendance, assignments, to-do list, or to check who has returned forms. The goal is to stay organized, and you can use these for many different things during remote learning or face-to-face. You can even print them out if you'd like. So first I'm going to show you some of the checklists that I have created, then I'll show you how you can create your own digital checklist. This is an attendance one that I created, and you can download it for free by clicking on the link below this video. On this one, you would be able to print. So this is what the print version would look like. And it's an 8 by 8.5 by 11. So it's perfect paper size for your printer. And you don't have to print it out. You can also do it digitally like this. And this is something you can have available in your iPad or your desktop. And you would type the names of your students. And if they're present, you would just simply click on the check marks. Or if they're absent, depending on how you want to do it, you can write the dates. And all of this middle part would be editable except for the title and header. There's also other ones available. For example, this one's attendance, and it would track synchronous versus asynchronous. So you would keep track of when the student is there, if they're present for both parts. Here, this is something you can use in person for when you're face-to-face. You can type the names, and then you can click if they're absent, tardy, or something that I also had to keep track of is if they left early for the day. There's other checklists, and you can type the information here that you want to keep track of and type out your own information. It could be names of students, or it could be other things you want to keep track of. A to-do list. I like to track when I give students a compliment because I do like to keep, I like to give them positive feedback. So I do keep track of that. And field trip forms and return forms. So there's many different types of checklists that you can create. These are just some examples that I have created. Okay, so now we're going to get started with creating your own checklist. First, we're going to create the header that is on top. I'm going to go to PowerPoint. So start a new presentation, and when it opens, go ahead and delete those boxes. We're going to insert a rectangle, click on that square, and just randomly make it the size that you want the header to be. I'm going to remove the fill of the shape, and I'm going to make the outline very light so that only I can see it. And next I want to add the title. So I'm going to insert a text box and write attendance. But I do want the font of my title to be something nice and something that I like. So in order to pick the font that I want, I'm going to show you a neat site. It's called wordmark.it. And if you enter a word, it will show you how that word would look in all the fonts that you have in your computer. When you first go to the site, here in the bottom, it's going to say if you want to allow Adobe Flash to access your computer or something like that. It has like a little puzzle. I'm not sure what it's called, but you click on it, and that way, if you have purchased fonts, it would also be included. So I want to use the word attendance. So these are all the fonts that I have. I really do enjoy purchasing fonts. I have different bundles that I have purchased. I'm going to pick this one. Well, if I can't decide, whichever ones I click on, at the end, it will filter them and it will show me those fonts that I've selected so that I can see them at the end. So I'm going to choose those three, and then I'll click filter, and these are the three that I selected. So out of these three, I'm going to go ahead and choose this one, AG, stay in your lane. So then I'm going to go back to PowerPoint, and I'm going to look for that font that I liked. There you go. I'm going to make it bold, and make it a lot bigger. Okay, and then I'm going to add some clip art. I do also purchase a lot of clip art, but today I'm going to show you some clip art that you can use for free. So here's this one called Free Clip Art and Free Bulletin Board Elements, and it's from Creative Clips. So I went ahead and I downloaded it already. And I'm going to add it to my title here. Okay, so then you can add something on each side. I'm going to go ahead and drag that and put this one on one side. And then I'm going to choose a rainbow or something colorful on the other side. And then go ahead and center it. And this is one of the reasons why I like using PowerPoint, because it's easy to move things around to your liking. And if you want to change the color of the letters, here's another neat way that you can do it. And I'll show you how to do it in a way that it matches the clip art around it. So here I'm going to choose the A, and I'm going to click on More Colors. And I'm going to take this little tool right here in the bottom. And when you click on it, it'll let you choose whatever color you see around here. So I want to choose that purple from the apple so that it matches. And it'll match that color. That way when I click on it, my letter will match the same color as that apple. That's something that I enjoy doing. I like matching the fonts with the clip art that I use. And then now I'm going to use that yellow. So I'm going to select the yellow, and it'll change that letter. And I'm going to keep going and follow that same pattern of the apple. More colors. Select the tool. Now I'm going to choose the green. Orange. And I'm also going to choose the pink that's in the middle of it, the darker part. There you go. And then if I want to keep going with the pattern, it's going to remember the recent colors that I used. So I'm going to follow that pattern. That I was using after yellow was blue and after blue was green. Okay, and then you can go ahead and put an outline to it. So here I'm going to highlight it, and then I double click, and I'm going to go to Format, Text. And on text options, I'm going to go ahead and add a text outline so that you can see it more and it stands out a little bit more. You can change the width of it. And to make it pop even more, if I click right here where it says text options, make sure it's text and not shape. Shape would be the outline of this rectangle here. And I don't want to really edit that. I just want to edit the text. And then when you click on text, I'm going to add a shadow. It makes it stand out a little bit more. And I'm also going to add a glow, the gray kind, so that it pops out. And that looks a lot better. Now I'm going to go ahead and save this. and take a screenshot, but I'm not going to take a screenshot of the line. I'm going to go inside of that line. And there you go. There's my header. I'm going to go to Google Sheets and I'm going to start a blank document, a blank sheet. And here it looks like kind of like the Excel version, but I use Google Sheets. I'm going to fix the columns first. So the first column is going to be for the names of the students. And then each one of the other columns is going to be for the days of the week. And I'm going to stretch each one out a little bit, make sure that they're even. If you see, I'm stretching it to the letter. That way I have something to track it by. So I'm going to the next letter. And there I have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and stretch down that first row because I want to add my header that I created earlier. So once I've selected all of these, which is the name and the 5 days of the week, you can go ahead and merge. So you're going to click on this button that says merge cells. And then I'm going to insert the header. So go to insert, image, image in cell. That's something new that you're able to do. And then click on browse and you'll see the screenshot of the header that says attendance. And it'll go ahead and upload right there on that top row. There you go. And I'm going to stretch this down a little bit more so it looks a little bit bigger. And I'm going to center it to the middle. And then I'm going to go ahead and add, you can add name. And then here you can add Monday, Tuesday, the days of the week. And if you want to also use another pretty font, then you can also type out the names of the week, maybe the same way you did the header, and insert the image on each box. But if you just want to make it quick, you can just do it like that and type them out. I'm going to increase the size. And I'm going to center them. You can also go ahead and change the color of each day of the week. I'm going to kind of follow the pattern that I had earlier. And I want it a little bit darker than that. And I'm following the pattern of the colors that I have up top for my title. You can custom the colors. I want like a pink. There you go. And then here you would type the names of all your students. And in order to insert the checklist, you would just highlight everything and then go to insert. And then you go to checkbox. And you can also change the size of the checkbox. And you can change the color of the checkbox as well. So I'm going to add that same purple so that it looks the same as the other ones. And I'm going to do all the checkboxes for the other columns. So go to insert, checkbox, and change the size. And then you would change the color as well. And then once you're done inserting your checkboxes, I want to highlight all of it and put a box around it. So I'm going to click on this icon right here that says borders. And I'm going to click on the one that has all around. And the border color, I'm going to choose black. And the width of it, I'm going to make it a little bit thicker. And there you go. If you want to see how it looks, if you print it out, you can just click on Command P. And I can also print it out, and this is how it would look. This is how I created my teacher checklist. I hope you all learned the necessary tools to create your own, or you can also download the ones that I created. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for some more teacher tech tutorials.